Hey everybody. This is Max Farrow. This is Dex Trader, and I want to quickly show you that on the daily signals, we have another process called the choke up. And in this video, you'll probably notice that I already have some working orders happening down here from my working order processes. Very simply, what I want to do now is concern myself whether or not I'm able to choke any of these up after I got my working orders on. So I want to look at the overall direction, of course, but I also want to keep in mind that there's a possibility that I could get into a working order choke up on this process. So what I will do is that I will isolate the information for each one of these. I'm going to start with the USD JPY, and I'm simply going to scroll up and probably do better on a full screen on this. And I'm going to hit this little plus sign here. And I'm going to look at the USDC or USD JPY first. So I'm going to isolate that here. And I'm going to come over to a buy side. And I'm going to look. Now, because that the increments in between the dailies, okay, on any of the systems are 20 pips difference on each statement. If I want to choke into the money, I have to make sure that I can do so safely by 20 pip increments. So if I have a large margin consistently, I could see that here. Is it 20 pips or more? Where there's one that's not. That's really the only one. There's one that's really close out of it. So this one would kind of been, and there's a third. So probably about, 1/3 of them, maybe not even a third, one fifth of them, 1/6 of them might not be in there. So I don't know if that's a really great one, but there's another way that I can check too. I could just jump over to the DPC, the Data Processing Center, jump down to the USD JPY, and make sure I'm on the daily, and look at the average pip, right around 46 pips. So this tells me that, on the average, I'm going to be pretty high on that process. So what I could do is then simply go back over here and look at that. And I'm going to come back over to my Nadex system. And I'm going to look at the USD JPY and then the signal that it gave. Which was 115. I'm going to look at that here. Here's 115 and come up 20 pips. It looks like it's still sitting at 1975, right? So it doesn't look like it's going to do, it looks like it's been vibrating pretty much. It's probably going up and down. If we looked at the charts, came over here and just came to a chart real quickly and did, let me see if I can do the quick one here, USD JPY. Okay, there we go. Open this up a little bit. In fact, I'll do this. I'll just spread these two apart just like this so I can kind of go back and forth. Yeah, it looks like it's taking a nice little dose going up. If we open up a stochastic at this point, this is a real quick, easy, right out of the box one, just like that. And that's a 14.13, so pretty much to the 14.33. Looks like it's coming up and it's about to curl back over and come back down into that process. It's got a nice little downtrend happening. So could this actually, in effect, come back down to the numbers to be able to guess? Because remember, we're down at 115 because it wants to bounce and come back down, bounce and come back down. It's going to want to come back down and come down into it further. So this is probably something that would I choke up into and still have enough time by the time this comes to veil? Possibly. Okay. But let's just go back and just have another quick look at it. There it is. I don't want to get into choking up at this time. You could put a working order on it. Okay. But there's nothing really telling me that this is going to be an absolute great trade to jump back onto right at the moment at 115.40. Okay. Could I actually do that? And the answer is yes. Let's look at one of the other ones because we're using the JPY there. The other one was the Audi JPY. We're going to look at the buy as well. And I can kind of see in right now, I don't like what I'm seeing because it looks like it's had a loss within today. Also within yesterday, it looks like it has, if and when it does lose pretty nasty. So if I see a lot of blue on that screen, I'm probably not going to get into it because that's 1, 2, 3 losses that it's had, plus 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this one's riddled with it, so I wouldn't do a choke up on this one at all. So then we'll go to the last one, which is the USD CAD. And there's one more loss in there, so that's one. But for the most part, it looks like it stays above. So there's 1, 2, 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 trades. So yeah, that's pretty high too. So this is another one that I probably wouldn't do a choke up on. Okay. Even though that I go to the DPC, I go to the main page, I shoot down to the USD CAD, and I see there's about a 43 pip margin on it. It still doesn't give me a nice warm and fuzzy, right? Even by looking at the spreadsheet. I love the spreadsheet action on it better than anything else. I also see that the action over the last day has been 66% on the Audi JPY on the daily. So I'm not very happy about that, right? So I know that if I do get into something like this, the worst hour is the 20 o'clock one. So we may not be looking at this one at all in doing the trade. So very simple to look at and figure out whether or not you're going to do a choke up. I will show you an active one that I will choke up on and show you the process. So, but that'll come into the next video. I want to show you, this will be a second part of this video until I find one that I can get in and choke up on and show you the process working. All right. But I just wanted to show you how I assess that on ones that I won't let be a part of that. I'm Max Farrow. This is Dex Trader, and we'll see you in the next video.